Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, great, great, great. Okay,
Hey,
super.
sorry for the
All right.
inconvenience. I think I was on mute.
Oh, no problem. I'm Alexandra, and you are.
Hey, Alexandra. So myself, Dwarika. You can call me
Okay.
Dwarika, and I have joined from India.
Very nice. Very nice. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So go ahead and read the session objectives for me.
Okay, the session objectives are learn to converse at a business meal with people from different cultures,
Okay.
engage in small talk.
Okay, great. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he that waits upon fortune is never sure of a dinner.
Okay.
And
So I think, tell me, read the next
okay,
question and then just tell me what you think, answer it.
how could this quote be interpreted in the context of business? So, in the context of business, I think it says like if you are not putting your 100% effort, then you will not get your what you want.
Yeah, yeah, you've got to put effort into it. You've got to be aggressive in order to get business. Otherwise, you have no money and you have nothing to
Yes,
eat.
correct.
Okay, yeah.
And the next question is how can serving a meal be important to business?
Okay.
So when we are dealing with any kind of business, we would like to have interaction with our counterparts like our customers or clients, and sometimes we visit to them and sometimes they visit us. So it becomes really important to have a meal with them and have a small talk, understand each
Yeah,
other and spend some time, and so that will help to build trust between the
yeah,
parties.
definitely.
Yeah.
Now, when you use visit, you just say visit them. You don't need to. So
Okay.
visit them. Yeah?
Okay.
Great. All right. Beautiful. Yeah, it does. It's very important. Okay. So go ahead and go on to the next one.
Okay, the next question is what are some ways a host could make a client feel more welcome? So I think whenever we are hosting someone, whether they are customer or client, it becomes really important to make them comfortable when they
Yeah.
come. So we need to have proper planning, like when they are arriving, what will be the day schedule, what time they would like to have lunch, dinner or breakfast, and what all the
Right.
things they will be doing on that particular day. And yeah,
Yeah.
so those are few things, if we do, then they will feel comfortable and they'll feel welcome.
Very nice. Yes. So what part of India are you from?
I'm from Eastern India.
Okay.
May I know
And
where you are from?
USA.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from the USA. And what kind of work do you do?
So, as I'm a professional software engineer.
Okay, software. All right, great. Um, all right, so let's go ahead and go to the next part. Yes, okay.
Okay, so different cultures have different expectation about how a meal should be started. How important is it to be punctual?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it becomes extremely important to maintain proper timings. I mean, maintain the
yeah,
punctuality. Until and unless we maintain that, then we lose the trust from the counterpart, and entire day schedule gets messed up. And
yeah,
whatever you have planned for that day, at the end of the day, you can achieve some of the plan, but you get diverted a few of the plans.
yeah, yeah,
So you
absolutely.
lose your rhythm. Suppose you have to have five meetings on that particular date, and if you don't maintain proper timings, then maybe you will end up having only 3 meetings or 4 meetings, and that may impact everyone.
Yeah.
And next question, in your culture, what is considered an appropriate greeting for a business acquaintance? So may I know what does it mean, acquaintance?
Business acquaintance is somebody you know through business. An acquaintance is somebody who's not very close to you, but you
Okay.
know them through either business or maybe they're a neighbor or something like that, but they're not a close friend.
Okay. Culture, what is considered an appropriate greeting? So I think whenever we are greeting someone, we have to be formal enough, and we should respect each other, and we should start with small talk. We shouldn't go into personal talk. We should have some common topics that we can discuss, and
Yeah.
we can start discussing that, so that we can be more familiar before getting into more discussion.
Yes. And do you usually shake hands or how do business people
Yeah,
in India
yes. So
usually
usually
shake hands?
professional way we shake hands, and then
Okay.
we greet,
Okay.
whether it's a good morning or good afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the next question, in your culture, where does the client sit at the table? What table etiquettes needs to be used?
Yeah.
So usually client take the center seat of the table so that he can see everyone, and he can have
Yeah.
proper eye to eye contact, and they can, so the discussion becomes smooth and people get to know what to discuss and what not to be discussed. Also, I mean, whenever we are having a eye to eye contact, we definitely build some kind of a virtual trust between us, and that
Yeah.
helps for understanding and for, I mean, healthy conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
And
That's
yeah.
great. So now this is what you had mentioned, um, that you do have small talk before you start discussing business. So go ahead.
Yeah. So before we set out for a meeting, decide on some generic topics that will break the ice. Small talk is very important, and trust and relationship building between the client and the host. So here are some topics that are generally good for small talk. They are like weather, travel, hobbies, cultural customs, arts and entertainment, cuisine, news.
Okay. Yeah.
And what are some topics that are taboo to be avoided? Um, So the topics could be, I mean, personal talks or anything sensitive
Yeah.
topic that could
Oh,
create some kind of inconvenience or dispute between the parties,
yeah.
like political things or
Yes.
border
No
dispute.
politics, no
Yes,
religion, and no
religion.
very
Correct.
personal. Yeah. You're
Good.
right. Okay. Great. Great. Okay. So what about, would you like to be the host or would you like to be the client? Who do you want to be?
I'd like to be host.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So what do you think about today's weather?
It's great that it's nice and warm because I love the sunshine and it's nice. You can go swimming. So yes, that's fine for me.
Okay, even same for me here. And I mean, after a long time we have visited India. So how do you find this place?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. Lots of lovely colors and scenery, and it's really a very special experience.
Okay, thanks.
And
Hope you will have a good stay in India. And is it true that you had some issue while boarding the flight to India?
Yes, that's correct. Unfortunately, there were some delays,
Okay.
but you know, the airline was very gracious, and so it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Oh, okay. And what kind of meal do you prefer to have today?
Ah, well, actually, I would like to try. Do you have any South Indian food?
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. We have variety of Indian
okay,
foods here.
great. That's what I like.
Okay.
Vegetarian South Indian food.
Oh, so you have been to
Yeah.
India?
I actually was born in India. I was born in Madras.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Great,
I
great.
grew up in Madras, so I
Even
know
I
the
like
food
South
very
Indian
well.
foods. Yeah. So you eat rice?
I eat rice, yes,
Oh,
and
that's
idli,
great.
sambar, dosa,
Okay.
curry, yeah, everything.
Great, great.
I miss it. Yeah,
Yeah. So how long you were in India?
for 16 years.
Okay. Then you
Yes.
shifted for good.
Then I went to England, and then now I'm here in the United States.
Okay. Then after leaving India, you never visited India again?
The last time I went there was 1998.
Oh,
Yeah, a
long
long time
time.
ago.
It's been long.
Yeah.
22 years.
1998. Yeah. Uh, it was a wonderful time. It was really a wonderful time.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you visited most of the places in India, or is it only
I
to South India?
mostly South India,
Bangalore?
Ooty, Kodi, Bangalore, definitely. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah. Bangalore. My dad used to ride horses,
Oh,
so they do a lot of racing there in
yes,
Bangalore.
yes.
Yeah, Bangalore, Mysore, and then I have been to Delhi as a tourist,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
but not yeah, and I've been to Bombay just like overnight,
Oh,
but yeah,
okay.
there's a lot of things I've never seen. I've never been to Kashmir. Wish I had.
Okay.
Yeah, wish I
You
had.
must
Yeah,
be aware of Indian culture, tradition, and all those things. Then.
very much so.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah, very much so.
So even now you like to have rice,
Love
or
it.
is it
Love
changed?
it. Oh no, it hasn't changed. It's very hard to find
Oh,
good Indian food. We have one restaurant in our area, um, but no, we have two in our area. One is really, really good, but
okay.
it's little bit far. And I don't cook, so you know, it's I miss it.
Okay.
My brothers and sisters cook Indian food. I don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they know
strange.
how to cook it really well.
That's
Yes,
really strange.
yes, yes. And they have two young Indian neighbors from yeah from India, and they, oh my gosh, they grow many of their own vegetables. They have
Oh,
chickens,
is it?
and
Oh,
they make the most wonderful curd,
oh,
you know, and so they bring it over for my brother and his family.
oh,
But
okay. Yeah, usually in South India, people like to have curd after the meal.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's
So even I like that.
India is a wonderful, beautiful, fascinating country. Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
really is. It really is. Okay, well, anyway, so let's see. Let's go here. Concluding a business meal. Okay, all right.
Okay, so from this slide, I see that after business has been conducted, there is often more small talk at the end of a meal. What are some other ways that a business meal could be concluded? In your culture, what are some polite ways of saying goodbye to someone? So, coming to the first question, what are some other ways that a business meal could be concluded? So, as it's already mentioned, so we go for some small talk, and after the meal, if you are having the dinner at restaurant, then getting out of restaurant and just walking some distance and having some discussion, any of the topic, any generic topic, and we can conclude the meeting. And in our culture, like, what are some polite ways of saying goodbye to someone? It's like, let's meet again, or something like a nice meeting you. I'm waiting to meet you again.
Yeah,
Hope
yeah,
we'll meet
yeah.
again. Something like that we can say, and keep in touch.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's anything in the vocabulary. I don't think you need any help with any of these.
Well, so the vocabularies are social customs to build relationship, rapper, chit chat, small talk to break the ice, generic, conducting, concluding, punctual, etiquettes, and taboo. Yeah, I'm fine
Okay,
with the
you're
vocabulary.
fine with everything. Okay, now what do you find difficult in English? What
So,
is difficult for you? Because I have some exercises that we can do.
okay, Alexandra.
Is
So
it,
the
yeah, is
main
it grammar?
problem,
Is it, go
sorry,
ahead.
yeah, so the main problem that I find when I want to describe something, or I want to present something, then sometimes I don't get the right vocabulary to fill that, or sometimes I take some time to recall that vocabulary to be used while discussing with someone.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Vocabulary. I don't have, let me see. I don't think I have any exercises on vocabulary. Let me
Yeah, I
take a
mean,
look.
that is one of the things that I should improve from my side. The more and more I learn the vocabulary, and until and unless I
Yeah,
use them, so definitely I'll
yeah,
not get the rhythm to use the vocabulary. So I'm working on exercise, like every day I'm reading something and trying to find out new vocabulary, and
yeah, yeah,
repeating
yeah.
I'm
That's always
repeating
good
the
to do.
learning of this vocabulary for some good amount of time, so that I'll remember it forever. that
Okay,
that is one
okay.
exercise I'm doing. And another thing is, while introducing to someone, how shall I introduce? I mean, it should be brief and crispy. So I have around 8 years of experience. So if someone asks me, introduce
Yes.
yourself, so how shall I do that? Can you help me out?
Introduce. Okay. So you're going to say, I would say your name. I would say where you were born,
Okay.
where you went to college, um, uh, maybe what you do for a living, of course, um, how many years you've been doing that.
Okay.
Um, is that what you mean?
Yeah, yeah. So I need to conclude my introduction with very brief and crispy way, covering all kind of things like my experience, and I'm from, and my hobbies, my strength, my weakness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a little bit about hobbies. I mean, are you talking about, like, for instance, when you might be giving a talk at a conference or something like that?
No,
Is that what?
it's a personal interview, 101 interview, and the interviewer
Oh,
asked me, introduce yourself.
oh, you mean like if you're going for a job?
Yes, I'm going for a job
Ah,
interview, and interviewer asked me, introduce yourself. So,
introduce yourself.
so
Yeah.
with 8 years
Okay.
of experience, like, I have diversified profile. So I don't want to get into deeper into explaining my profile, but I want to conclude everything starting from my uh, general introduction to my educational things, and my hobby, strength, and weakness. So how can I line up these things? So that is.
Oh, that's a difficult one because I mean, if you're going for an interview, they already have your resume in front
Yeah,
of them.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, I think that I think you might want to choose some things that don't normally go on a resume. I'm not very good with job interview stuff.
Yeah, fine.
But I would choose something like you mentioned, briefly say what your hobbies are.
Okay.
I would say that maybe countries that you've traveled to. I would, if you belong to any kind of organizations that are well known, I would mention those
Okay.
because they have your resume. They're
Yes,
gonna get it
exactly,
down,
exactly.
right?
So the
They
introduction
know.
should be very short and crispy so that
Yeah,
he
yeah,
he will get an impression, okay, this guy has something. So those
yeah.
that kind of introduction needs to be there.
Yeah, I would, give them a little flavor of who you are as a person because they can look at your experience and your
Yes,
education
exactly.
and everything right on the resume.
Correct.
So I would sort of throw out some things like, hey, to show that you're a dynamic person. Well, I've traveled to many countries. I've lived in this place and that place.
Okay.
This is what I like to do in my free time. I love interacting with people. So they know that apart from all your experience, you're an interesting guy. You know, you're somebody that other people would want to talk to. So I think that's what I would do.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But I have to tell you, I'm not an expert with
Yeah,
Stonne.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's fine. So,
I would be the kind of person who would be going online and saying, "Oh, what am I supposed to say at this interview?"
that's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. And when I interviewed, when I was a nurse for a very, very long time in the medical profession, you
Okay.
don't really have to sell yourself.
Exactly.
You,
Yeah.
you,
You
you
need
just
not have to.
you no, never
Yeah.
had to
Yeah.
at that time. So
Yes.
it was just like, okay, you've got this much nursing experience, fine, here's the job. That's it.
Yeah.
But now, and especially in the business world, you really have to sell yourself.
Yes. Correct.
It's very hard. It's very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So, okay, so let me see. I think your English is very good. So I'm going to see if I can get you to do something a little bit more difficult. I
Okay.
have some sentences that need to be corrected. So let's see if maybe now would you prefer correcting emails or do you want to just correct sentences?
Anything will work.
Let's try the sentences. If they end up being too easy, we'll switch out. Okay, I'm going to give you the advanced one. And let's see how this goes, and you tell me if it's something that's helping you or not.
Okay.
It's difficult for me to know what helps people until I try it.
Yeah.
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 So you'll have to bear with me. Now, I will tell you that when it comes across to you, it's all going to be in one big fat chunk. So my advice to you is if you can open a document and put it in there, it'll be a lot easier.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So
Okay.
what do you want me to do here?
Each one of those sentences has a mistake in them.
Okay.
So tell me what it is. Give me the correct version.
She recommended me that I take a few days off from work. So I think she recommended me that I take A shouldn't be there. I take few days.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
That part is okay.
I take a few
But
days.
you do have to take something else out.
Few days off from work.
Take a look at the verb.
So the verb is recommend, right?
Verb. Yes, recommended.
Recommended.
Take a look at that. Is that how you would say it?
She recommends.
No, recommended is okay.
Okay. I'm not getting.
Okay. You don't need to say me.
Okay.
She recommended that I take a few days off from work.
Off from work. Oh, yeah. Correct.
Yes?
Yeah.
So that's what's correct. That's what's wrong there.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Now try the next one.
I tried to explain him the problem, but he had difficulty understanding me.
Okay.
So I tried to explain the problem, but he had difficulty understanding. I think we can
Yes.
remove him and we can
Understandable.
remove me. Is that correct?
Yes. I tried to explain the problem, but he had difficulty understanding me. You're right. Now you can also say, I tried to explain the problem to him, but he had difficulty understanding me. But you don't have to say that. What you said was correct.
Yeah. Okay.
You take out the him.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And the third one, I don't know why you did not go. If I were you, I should have gone. I don't know why you did not go. If I were you, I should have. I'm not getting this.
Okay. I would have gone.
I would have gone.
I
Yes.
would have gone.
Yes. Got it.
Yeah?
Yes.
I don't know why you didn't go. If I were you, I would have gone.
Even we can use could, right? Or is there specific
No,
reason we use
not
could?
really. I would have.
Okay.
I would have gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're saying that's what I would have done.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then,
Now this one I had to look this one up, so I wrote it in. Okay, go ahead.
yeah. So Kate claims that if she got an MBA after finishing her bachelor's degree, she might have been considered for the position. I think these things are getting very tricky to me.
No, you're doing good. Some of them are tricky. This one was tricky for me. So I wrote it in. So what this one has to be is Kate claims that if she had gotten an MBA,
Had gotten an MBA.
Had gotten an MBA after finishing her bachelor's degree, she might have been considered for the position. Okay, go ahead.
Kevin says he stopped to travel internationally because of his family.
Okay.
He stopped to travel internationally because of his family.
Take a look at stopped to travel. What's wrong with that?
He stopped travel. I think the preposition is not required.
The preposition is not required. You are correct, but you have to change something else.
I will say he stopped travel internationally because for his family.
No, but you were very close. Kevin says he stopped traveling internationally because of his family.
Yes, correct.
But you were right. The preposition had to be taken out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Stop traveling. And next, we regret informing you that your application has been denied. We regret to inform you that your application has been denied.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
We regret to inform you. Yes.
Then the interview was broadcasted live over the internet.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I learned something on this one.
Okay. Broadcast
Yeah.
is an irregular verb. It doesn't change in the simple past and participle form. Was like
Yeah.
answer.
You know, when you go fishing, you cast your net. You cast your net. Yes?
Yes.
To catch fish. Okay, so when you say that in the present, you cast your net. It's the same in the past.
Yeah.
I cast my net. Yeah? So
Yes.
if you think of it like that, you don't say I casted my net. Right?
Yes. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. So you
So
have
it's
to
like
say-
broadcast, broadcast, and broadcast.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. That was an interesting one because I didn't catch that. I had to look it up.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, okay, go ahead. That was an interesting one.
I'm glad. I'm so glad that he spoke in my behalf because I felt awful that I couldn't make it to the event.
Okay.
I'm so glad that he spoke. Yeah.
You know this one.
I think the preposition in is not required. He
Yes,
spoke
what
my
do you
behalf.
say? He spoke. What would you say? Instead of in, what do you put in
I'm
there?
glad to say he spoke on my behalf
Correct.
because I felt
Yeah.
awful that I couldn't make it to the event.
Yeah, when you say it, you can tell what sounds right.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Then the ninth one. At first I studied engineering in college, but I ended getting a marketing degree.
Now, this is one of those phrasal verbs.
At first I studied engineering in college, but I ended getting a marketing.
Take a look at ended getting. Take a look at ended getting. You need to put something in there.
I end up getting a marketing
Yes,
degree.
ended up getting. Yes, exactly.
Okay. So it will be ended up or end up?
Yes, ended up
Ended up.
getting a marketing degree.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think hints are working for me.
Yes, yes, I'll help you. No problem.
Yeah.
Now, here's a good one. You asked me about vocabulary. Here's a good one for you. Take a look.
It was a frustrating situation because we were incapable of helping. We were not capable of helping.
No, take another look.
It was a frustrating situation
You know this one.
because we were incapable of.
What's another word? Another way of saying not capable? Instead of using two words.
Okay,
Not
you
incapable, but what's another letter you could put in there instead of the U?
unable? No, no.
No, it's
wrong.
capable. It's the same word, but there's one letter that's wrong.
Okay.
Go through all the vowels. The first letter is wrong.
It was a frustrating situation because we were. Is that I incapable?
Yes.
Okay.
Incapable.
Incapable. Yeah.
Incapable of helping. Yes. Okay, good.
Then 11. When the check came, I tried to pay, but John told me to put away my wallet and he insisted that he paid for dinner.
Yes, he paid for dinner, not paid.
And insisted that he pay for dinner. Okay. And then.
Now here's another vocabulary one for you.
Okay. If you would have told me, I would have given you my wallet and insisted that he paid for dinner.
Yeah, you have to say, insisted that he pay for dinner.
Yeah, he paid for dinner.
Okay. Okay, try number 12 and take a look at the word crises. Crises. Look at that word.
They had managed a few crises in the past.
How do you spell it?
CRISIS.
That's one. Now, what is it when it's many?
They had managed few. SIS, crisis. Oh,
That's
no.
the singular.
That's singular, yeah.
This is one of those words that has an irregular plural. See the word there, CRISES?
CRIS.
SES.
Okay.
That means more than one crisis.
Okay. It's not.
And the way
Singular means SIS and plural means SES.
SES, yes.
Okay.
And
crisis.
you say crises.
Crisis.
Yeah. It's an unusual word.
Crisis. But when it's singular,
It's crisis.
It's crisis.
Yes.
And when plural, how can we pronounce it?
Crises.
Crisis.
Crises.
Crisis.
Yes. Like the sea. Crises.
Okay, crisis. Okay, here I got.
Yeah.
I think it is mentioned over there.
Yeah. That's a different one. Yeah.
Crisis.
Okay.
Crisis. If you would have told me, I would have given you my honest advice. If you were told me.
If you had told me.
If you had.
This is a conditional where you use the past and I would, could, might,
yes.
should.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you had told me, I would have given you.
Okay. 14 the four participants discuss in between themselves. In between them, do we need themselves?
The four discussed it. I don't think, I think you can say, what would you say? You say among, let me double check that one. I think you can say among.
Among themselves, in between is not.
Yeah, between, I don't think you say between, I think you're going to say among themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We thought we were going to expand this year, but we actually have less people now than we did 2 years ago. Okay, I think it is meant fewer. Okay.
Fewer people.
Fewer people. Yeah. And she's trying to concentrate herself on finishing her degree. She's trying to concentrate herself on finishing her degree. I think herself is not required.
Correct.
Yeah.
She's trying to concentrate on finishing her degree. Exactly. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, I told you, you know it.
Yeah. Feels good. Yeah. So then, unfortunately, the species has gotten extinct due to human activity. Has become.
Become or gone has to be used.
Extinct. I'm little afraid to do this by my own. I'm little afraid to do this. Do we need by my own? I don't think so.
By. What would you say instead of by? By is incorrect.
Do this my own. So we should remove by.
You got to put something else in.
I'm little afraid to do this by my own. You're not getting that.
Try another preposition. What other preposition could you put in there?
I'm little afraid to do this in my own.
On my own.
On my own. Okay.
On my own. Yes.
He told me that he had never been in that restaurant before. He told me that he had never been to that restaurant before.
Yes. Yes.
Never before I had seen something quite like that. I never before I had seen something quite like that. Never
So
before.
it's just the order of the words. When you have never starting a sentence like that, then you
never
have to
before
say,
had I seen something quite
had
like that.
I. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So how did you find that? Was that helpful?
Yeah, it's helpful. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. I think let me see. There was one that I had with words. Let me just take a look really quick here. I think I had one with confusing word forms, word order, word forms. Okay, hold on. No. I'd like to see if I can formal language. Prepositions. Okay.
So anything you would like to share with me? I mean, from the feedback side, what all the area I should look into?
Yes, I think your English is very good. I always say the same thing to all my learners, that the main challenge in English is always grammar. So if you see lessons with an opportunity to practice grammar, I would take those, because those are the ones that are challenging.
Yeah.
So, but I think that, and vocabulary, like you said, is just something that you
Needs
learn
regular practice. Yeah,
little by little every day. And they have something called word of the day. Word of the day.
Yeah, so I have few of those applications in my
You have
mobile
those?
already.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm trying
Okay.
those out. So I think that's the challenge I took in this lockdown. It's been 6 months, so I started.
Yeah.
I took that challenge. It was in my to-do list, so
Yeah.
I'm trying
Oh, the
hard.
word of the day, the word of the day one?
Not word of the day, to speak English
Oh.
fluently.
Yes. Yeah.
So
well, you do speak fluently, but what I say to everyone is always check your grammar, because grammar is the most difficult. It's always different.
Yes.
Usually different in your own language,
Correct.
And English can be kind of tricky sometimes, Sometimes there are rules, sometimes there aren't any rules, and so you wonder how you should use things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm also putting some effort towards the grammar side. If you would have asked the same question before 3 months, then though I could able to speak English, but I was not able to differentiate, the verb, adverb, and noun, adjective, preposition, conjunction. So these things I recently started working on. These things I had learned when I was a child, but I think
I know.
everything was erased from my mind, and when I started looking into it, I got interest onto this. But yes, but the fluency will come and will not come until and unless we start talking or having some good conversation. So that is the reason Yeah.
Honestly, I do think that you are fluent. You're not afraid to speak English. You speak it very well.
Okay.
But if there was anything, and I say this is for everybody,
Yeah.
there isn't one learner that doesn't need help with grammar, because grammar is the most difficult thing.
Yes.
Even I am going to start a grammar course tomorrow, because I want to. No, I do, because I want to help other people
Yeah.
to learn. You
Yeah.
know, like you said, you do it in school, you forget. You forget
Yes.
the words.
Exactly. Correct.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, I'll let you go. Well, thank you very much. It was a really enjoyable lesson, and I hope we can do another lesson together again.
Sure, Alexandra. Nice meeting you. Have a
Okay,
good day.
nice to
Bye.
meet you too. All right, bye bye.